Have you ever been in that situation where all you wanted was simply to urinate in peace, but instead of relief, what comes is pain, burning, and that sensation that the bladder never completely empty? If this sounds familiar, I want you to stay with me until the end of this video, because what I am going to share here may be exactly the turning point you have been waiting for in your urinary health. And no, it is not miraculous advertising or empty promises. It is real knowledge based on something that nature offers and that few people know. Let me break the ice with you. Many people think that feeling pain, burning, or a constant urge to urinate is something normal, especially at night or early in the morning. But I need to tell you an uncomfortable truth. This is not normal, and, even worse, it may be sabotaging your sleep, your energy, and even your quality of life without you realizing. Urinary infection is treacherous, silent, and often comes back when you least expect it. Maybe you have already undergone several treatments, taken antibiotics, followed recommendations, and yet the infection came back. This happens because, most of the time, the root of the problem is not treated completely. Now, here is the part that will awaken your curiosity. There is a natural oil that, when applied in a simple way, directly on the belly, can help reduce inflammation, relieve symptoms, and improve your urinary health in just 7 days. It is something so simple that it almost seems too good to be true, but I will show you step by step how it can become a powerful ally against urinary infection. And I know that you are demanding and have probably already tried everything. That is why, throughout this video, I will explain clearly, without beating around the bush, how this oil works, why it is so effective, and how you can start using it at home safely. If you are already tired of waking up in the middle of the night with your bladder burning, of feeling pain and burning when urinating, and you really want something different that goes straight to the point, then you need to watch until the end. Get ready, because from now on, you are going to discover information that almost no one shares about urinary health and urinary infection. And I promise, after hearing what I am going to show you, you will never look at this problem the same way again. Before continuing, let me ask you something important. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, click now on the subscribe button and help us reach the goal of 1,000 subscribers. This makes all the difference so that I can continue bringing valuable content to you. And more, I need at least 100 comments on this video so that YouTube delivers this message to more people who suffer from urinary infection. So, already leave here in the comment, I want to get rid of urinary infection once and for all. Write this now, because besides reinforcing your commitment to your health, you also help other people find this video. Now let's talk about something that may be your reality today. Urinary infection is not just a passing nuisance. It disrupts your routine, robs your sleep, and even affects your daily disposition. Anyone who has ever felt that burning pain when urinating, that urgency that makes you run to the bathroom even when almost nothing comes out, knows how desperate this can be. The problem is that, many times, traditional treatment only puts out the fire, but does not really solve the cause of the problem. And you know what is worse? The recurrence. Many people treat an infection, feel better for a few days, and soon after the symptoms come back as if they had never gone away. This happens because the body is still inflamed, the bladder remains weakened, and the bacteria find the perfect environment to attack again. It is a frustrating cycle, which generates anxiety, insecurity, and even fear of leaving home. That is why understanding the reality of urinary infection is fundamental. It is not just a simple discomfort, but a sign that your body is asking for help. And this is where alternative, safe, and natural solutions come in, like the oil that I will reveal later in this video. This knowledge may be the missing piece to break this cycle of pain and recurrence. If there is one thing that few people know, it is that nature holds answers much more powerful than we imagine. While most run straight to antibiotics and medicine, which often relieve, but do not prevent the return of urinary infection, there is a natural arsenal with incredible properties that can help transform your bladder health. And this is exactly what I want to talk to you about now. Plants, seeds, and oils extracted from nature carry active compounds that act directly against bacteria, inflammations, and even in strengthening immunity. The difference is that, unlike synthetic drugs, they work in harmony with the body, helping to rebalance the organism without causing the same wear and tear. In the case of urinary infections, some essential oils have gained prominence for their antibacterial and anti-inflammatory action. They are natural substances that, when used in the right way, can help reduce pain, the urgency to urinate, and even prevent recurrent crises. It seems too simple to be true, doesn't it? But science has already proven that nature can indeed offer real support for those who suffer from urinary problems. The big secret is knowing how to use it. What for? Many is just any oil can turn into a powerful tool of relief when applied in the right way. And that is precisely what I want to show you in this video. How a natural oil, used in a simple and safe way, can be the missing differential for you to finally start regaining the peace of your urinary health. So, if until now you have felt trapped in a cycle of pain and frustration, know that nature may be the key to changing this story. It is time to reveal the protagonist of this video, coconut oil. Yes, the same one that many people already know for its benefits for the skin, for the hair, and even for cooking. But that few know about its power when it comes to urinary health. Coconut oil is rich in lauric acid, a natural substance with strong antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory action. Studies show that lauric acid is capable of inhibiting the proliferation of various harmful bacteria, including some associated with the most persistent urinary infection. It is as if it creates a natural barrier against the microorganisms that insist on settling in the bladder. But it doesn't stop there. In addition to fighting bacteria, coconut oil helps reduce internal inflammations, something essential when we think of the crises of burning and pain when urinating. After all, what causes discomfort is not only the presence of the bacteria, but also the inflammation it generates in the urinary tract. By acting on this point, the oil not only relieves symptoms, but also helps, the body strengthen itself and avoid new crises. And before you think, but does it really work applying it on the belly? I tell you yes. The topical use of coconut oil, especially in the abdominal region, has important effects because the skin absorbs its active components, which penetrate and help stimulate local circulation, indirectly supporting bladder function. It is a simple, safe method that can be done at home without complication. Many traditional cultures already used coconut oil as a natural remedy, not only for its versatility, but because they noticed its effects on overall health. And now, with scientific backing, it ceases to be just a kitchen ingredient to become a true ally against urinary infection. Maybe you are wondering, okay, I get that coconut oil has antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties, but how can applying it on the belly really help with urinary infection? This is a super valid question, and I want to explain it to you in a simple way. Our body is like a system of roads. The skin, which seems like just a barrier, is actually a huge gateway for substances. When you apply coconut oil to the abdominal region, especially over the bladder, its active compounds are absorbed by the skin and begin to interact with local circulation. It is as if the oil sent its natural soldier to patrol the area where the problem happened. The lauric acid present in the oil has an action that helps reduce inflammation, that which causes pain, burning, and urgency to urinate. Think of this as a natural fire extinguisher. It does not let the fire of inflammation spread and gives progressive relief to the tissues of the region. In addition, since it also has an antibacterial effect, it helps make it harder for the bacteria responsible for the infection to survive. Another important point is that the massage done during the application of the oil stimulates blood circulation in the abdominal region. This favors the arrival of nutrients and defense cells, reinforcing the body's natural response against infection. In other words, you are not just applying an oil, you are helping the body react more efficiently. And here is the detail that many people ignore. By supporting the body naturally, you create less favorable conditions for bacteria to attack again. That is why this method is not only to relieve symptoms, but also to break the cycle of repetition that so bothers those who suffer from recurrent urinary infection. Knowing which oil to use is already half the battle, but the way you apply it makes all the difference in the result. It is no use applying it carelessly and expecting miracle. It is necessary to use it correctly, paying attention to small details that greatly increase effectiveness. The ideal is to choose an extra virgin, cold-pressed, 100% natural coconut oil, because the purer it is, the more preserved its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties will be. The application is simple. Just put a small amount in your hands, the equivalent of a teaspoon, and warm it slightly by rubbing one palm against the other. This warming helps the oil penetrate better into the skin. Then, apply directly to the belly region, just below the navel, where the bladder is located, and make a light massage with circular movements for a few minutes. This massage not only improves the absorption of the oil, but also stimulates local circulation, making it easier for the active compounds to help fight inflammation and bring relief to the symptom. The secret is consistency. It is important to repeat the process twice a day, in the morning and before bedtime, so that the body has time to absorb the benefits of the oil and respond progressively. For those with more sensitive skin, a tip is to mix the coconut oil with a few drops of almond oil or even extra virgin olive oil, which ensures smoothness without losing the therapeutic effect. This daily care is what will ensure that, over 7 days, you notice a significant improvement in pain, burning, and urgency to urinate. It is simple, practical, and totally natural. Just remember that this practice does not replace medical evaluation, but can be a valuable support for those who are tired of repeated urinary infection crises and seek real relief. When you start applying coconut oil to the belly area consistently, twice a day, it is natural that the first signs of improvement appear already in the first few days. At first, you may notice a slight reduction in the intensity of the pain and burning when urinating. That sensation that the bladder is constantly on fire begins to lose strength. As the days go by, the urgency to run to the bathroom also tends to decrease, allowing you to have more peaceful nights of sleep and more productive days, without the constant concern of being near a bathroom. At the end of 7 days, the most common reports of those who follow this method are precisely this feeling of progressive relief and an overall improvement in well-being. The body begins to respond better because the inflammation of the bladder is reduced, which brings more comfort and less discomfort. It is as if you were giving your body an extra help to recover, strengthening its natural defenses against urinary infection. It is important to remember that results may vary from person to person, since each body reacts in a unique way. Some people report very quick relief in a few days, while others need more time to feel the different. But the most important thing is to understand that the use of the oil is not an instant miracle, but a natural support that works together with your body, helping to break the cycle of pain and recurrence that bothers so much. This improvement process in 7 days is precisely what makes this practice so special. Simple, safe, accessible, and capable of transforming your relationship with urinary health in a natural way. Before you get excited and start applying the oil every day, it is essential that I am very clear with you. This method is not a miraculous cure and does not replace medical evaluation. Urinary infection, despite seeming like something simple, can become a serious problem if not cared for properly. When neglected, it can reach the kidneys and cause complications that put health at risk. Therefore, coconut oil should be seen as a natural ally, a support that can help relieve symptoms and strengthen the body, but not as the only solution. If you feel fever, intense lower back pain, presence of blood in the urine, or if urinary infections come back frequently even after care, it is a sign that the problem may be at a more advanced stage. In this case, medical follow-up is indispensable. The professional can order exams, indicate the appropriate treatment, and, if necessary, prescribe specific medications to eliminate the bacteria that are causing the infection. Another important point is to observe your skin's reaction. Although coconut oil is considered safe for most people, some may present sensitivity. If you notice redness, itching, or irritation in the area where you applied it, stop using it immediately. Urinary health is directly linked to the balance of the body as a whole, and overloading the organism with something that generates discomfort does not make sense. That said, the oil can be a great ally when used consciously and responsibly. It offers support to reduce inflammation, discomfort, and recurrence, but it must go hand in hand with good habits and, whenever necessary, medical guidance. This balance is what will ensure that you achieve real and lasting results. Coconut oil can be a great ally against urinary infection, but the results will be even more powerful if you combine this practice with some simple daily habits. The first tip is obvious, but often neglected. Increase water intake. Keeping the body hydrated is essential to clean the bladder, since water helps eliminate bacteria through urine. The more you urinate, the harder it is for microorganisms to settle and cause inflammation. Another important point is diet. Avoid excess sugar and ultra-processed foods, which favor bacterial growth and can weaken the immune system. On the other hand, include more diuretic and nutrient-rich foods, such as watermelon, cucumber, parsley, pineapple, and hibiscus tea. These natural allies increase urinary flow and help reduce the risk of recurrence. In addition, pay special attention to your intimate hygiene routine. Small care, such as urinating right after sexual intercourse, wearing cotton underwear, and avoiding harsh chemical products in the region, make a huge difference in preventing crises. Urinary health is linked to a series of details, and when you add this care to the use of coconut oil, the body responds much more efficiently. And I cannot fail to mention sleep. Sleeping well strengthens the immune system and helps the body fight infections faster and more effectively. Many people do not realize it, but sleepless nights weaken natural defenses and increase vulnerability to problems such as urinary infection. These changes, when associated with the use of oil applied to the belly, form a powerful set. They are simple, accessible, and natural measures that can transform your relationship with urinary health. Now that you already understand how a simple oil can turn into a great ally against urinary infection, it is time to take the next step. The truth is that there is nothing more liberating than regaining control of your own health, sleeping without interruptions, waking up without that burning, and living the days without the desperate urgency of running to the bathroom. This relief is possible, and it begins with small choices that, added together, generate a great transformation. Coconut oil applied to the belly is one of those choices. Simple, natural, accessible, and capable of bringing results in up to 7 days when used with discipline. But now, I want to speak directly to you who have come this far. If this content made sense to your life, and you believe that you deserve to live free from the pain and burning of urinary infection, then already take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel. We are in pursuit of the goal of 1,000 subscribers, and your subscription is the fuel that motivates me to continue bringing serious and transformative information. In addition, YouTube only delivers this video to more people if there is engagement, and that is why I really need your help. Leave your like, share this video, and write here in the comments the phrase, "I will take care of my urinary health." This way, besides strengthening your decision, you also help spread this knowledge to other people who are suffering in silence. Do not let this opportunity pass. Many times, it is a small action that opens the way for a great change. If you are tired of living with pain, discomfort, and uncertainty, this is the moment to act. Click like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And before you leave, take the opportunity to click on the video that is appearing on the screen now. There you will discover other valuable information that can complement everything you learned today and bring you even closer to the health you deserve.